For a long time, I carried things that were never mine: expectations, silence, blame that didn't fit my name. I wore them like armor, heavy but familiar. I thought strength meant endurance, so I endured. The misunderstandings, the almost, the version of love that arrived incomplete. I told myself this was what growth feels like, but growth isn't supposed to feel like shrinking. And one day, without announcement, without applause, I put it all down. The guilt, the need to fix everything, the fear of being too much. I let it fall like autumn leaves that were never meant to survive the winter. And in the quiet that followed, I didn't feel empty. I felt light. I stopped asking why you couldn't love me the way I loved you. Not because you stopped hurting, but because I finally understood that some people only know how to receive love, not return it. I used to shrink myself into versions that felt easier to keep, softer, quieter, less demanding, as if loving me fully was too heavy for the wrong hands. But I learned something. The right person doesn't need you smaller to stay. They don't need you quieter to feel secure. They don't need you to dim your light just so theirs can shine. So I stopped performing, stopped proving, stopped begging to be chosen, and I started choosing myself. And strangely, that was the first time I ever felt enough. I don't miss you. I miss who I was when I believed in us. I miss the version of me that thought love was enough, that effort would be matched, that silence meant peace and not distance growing quietly. I don't miss your absence. I miss the hope I carried like something sacred. I miss the way I used to defend you, even when you were the one I needed defending from. And maybe that's the hardest part, realizing I wasn't losing you. I was losing the illusion that you would ever choose me the way I chose you. Darling. I should have let you go. I should have walked away the first time you didn't look back. But I stayed. I stayed when I knew the warmth in your eyes was borrowed, not mine to hold. I whispered your name in every empty rooms, pressed my hand to the places where you should have been. Every Valentine, I feel the absence of you as if it were my own shadow, following me too closely, never letting me forget. I tried to hate you. I tried to move on. But love, even the one-sided kind, doesn't listen. So tonight, I'll pour it all out. All the guilt, all the ache, all the longing. Because even if you never hear me, my heart will scream it anyway. I think the hardest part wasn't losing you. It was realizing you never really stayed. You were there, but only halfway. Half replies, half effort, half promises that sounded whole in the moment. And I loved you completely. I gave you certainty while you gave me conditions. I gave you presence while you kept me one foot at the door. Maybe that's why it hurt differently. Not because you left, but because I was the only one who ever arrived. I don't hate you for it. Some people don't know how to choose, but I deserve to be chosen loudly. Not quietly, not temporarily, not when it was convenient. And maybe one day someone will look at me without hesitation and stay. I know from the beginning that we were a season, not a lifetime. But tell me, how do you ask the rain not to fall when the clouds are already heavy? I tried to be reasonable. I tried to step back. I tried to convince my heart that distance is dignity. But every quiet moment betrays me. Because no matter where I go, my soul still returns as if you are about to walk in. I know this will not end in forever. I know the road splits ahead. But before it does,
let me love you without pretending I don't. Just once, without fee, without calculation. Let me love you as if honesty is enough. I know this is nowhere, but let me pour out my heart. Let me show you how, when I look inward, you are the still I need. In a crowd full of faces, you are the pin I see. I know we may never walk the same path, but please let me love you aloud. Darling, I know this may lead nowhere, but please, just please, let me do this.
I didn't know it was real until it started costing me. Not the butterflies, they are easy, they lie. It was the silence learning your shape, the way victories felt unfinished because there was no one to hand them to. It was holding sentences that only made sense with your name attached and realizing languages can bruise when it has nowhere to land. Night grew longer out of spite. Morning arrived wrong, your presence loud where your voice used to live. I didn't miss you the way people talked about missing. I missed you like something misplaced on purpose, like knowing exactly where you belong and standing in front of the empty space anyway. That's how I knew. Not when my heart lifted at your smile, but when it collapsed under the discipline of letting you go.